The beings of light or the beings of darkness. Then we come to something I have been trying to awaken many of you for a very long time, the light body. I call it the green light body, and I don't believe, I 100% know from source through great wisdom and experience. I have demonstrated it. It's really through my own life, my own transformation, and the path I have walked through suffering, discipline, spiritual practice, and awakening. So listen carefully. Because if you want to hear the truth, Most High, and not the false gods, you must first learn how to purify your vessel, your body, your mind, your emotions, your intentions, your entire way of living. Purify the body. Fast. Eat consciously. Choose organic plants and fruits whenever possible. For my path, that means abstaining from meat, sex, and minimizing the artificial chemicals and heavily processed substances that dominate modern life. Your body is not evil. Your body is the vessel. But most people have never been taught to treat that vessel as sacred. Purify the mind, meditation, prayer, stillness, silence. Get away from the endless programming, because a mind constantly bombarded by noise has difficulty hearing anything deeper than the noise. Purify the emotions. Breathe. Go inward. Practice discipline. Learn self-mastery. For me, that includes periods of celibacy and no sexual. That means sexual discipline, because intimacy is not something I 100% know should not be treated casually. Every relationship leaves an impression upon us. Whether you understand through spirituality, psychology, energy, or simply human connection, who you allow into your inner world matters. Purify your intentions. Understand that we are not separate beings living isolated lives. We are all connected. What you do to another ultimately affects the greater field of humanity. And what you cultivate within yourself affects how you move through the world. And then comes the hardest purification of all. Purify your way of living, because you cannot claim to walk in the light while continuously feeding the very systems and behaviors you say you oppose. Look around. War, violence, greed, addiction, exploitation, division, fear, materialism, and endless distraction. Humanity has become so conditioned to these things that many people don't even recognize them as darkness anymore. They call it normal. But what happens when darkness becomes normal? People stop questioning it. They participate in it. They defend it. And eventually they feed it. This is where the ancient story of the beings of light and the beings of darkness becomes relevant to me. But don't make the mistake of thinking that this is simply about other people. The greatest battle is happening inside you. And every single day, you decide what you feed. Fear or courage, hatred or compassion, greed or gratitude, violence or peace, deception or truth, ego or humility, darkness or light. And here's where I challenge you. Stop believing everything you are told. A belief is not automatically truth. Religion is not automatically truth. Government is not automatically truth. Gurus are not automatically truth. Question everything. I've walked through enough suffering, deception, darkness, and spiritual searching to know that blindly following another human being is not awakening. Awakening requires you to think, to feel, to experience, to go within. I've encountered many teachers, traditions, and spiritual systems, but I've yet to see a human being I would call perfect, or fully embodying what I call the green light body. So I don't ask you to worship me at all. I ask you to test the path for yourself. Look at your life. Look at your body. Look at your mind. Look at the relationships. Look at what you become. Look at what you consume. Look at what you watch. Look at what you listen to. Look at what you believe. Look at what you allow into your sexual and emotional space. And ask yourself, is this making me lighter or darker? Some spiritual traditions describe negative energy as louche. Others describe it as lower consciousness, attachment, trauma, or destructive emotional patterns. Whatever language you choose, the principle is the same. What you repeatedly feed grows. So stop feeding what destroys you. Stop feeding hatred. Stop feeding fear. Stop feeding violence. Stop feeding division. Stop feeding addiction. Stop feeding unconsciousness. And most importantly, stop feeding the part of yourself that wants to remain asleep. Because the greatest spiritual revolution isn't necessarily about changing everyone else. It's about changing you. Purify the vessel. Clear the mind. Open the heart. Master the emotions. Discipline the body. Speak the truth. Live consciously. And become so clear within yourself that fear, manipulation, hatred, and darkness no longer control your choices. This is what the green light body represents to me. Not perfection, purification. Not hatred of darkness, mastery of your light. Not blindly following another human being, understanding. And when enough people stop feeding the things that destroy humanity, those destructive forces lose their power. This is how you become the change in the world. Because ultimately, you decide what you feed. You decide what you become. You decide whether you walk in the light or remain lost in the darkness. So I challenge you, purify your vessel. Question everything. Go within. Find the light that was there before the world told you who you're supposed to be. This is my path. This is my practice. This is the green light body. Choose wisely. Mona Kia Ho. Iron Shaman Michelangelo Morales.